Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays. We're playing XCOM Enemy Within here. I got some new people last time. We picked up Shilong, nicknamed Shilong, Lieutenant Shui Zhang. He's a heavy. So I'm way too many heavies. To be quite honest. I think I'm going to have to take out Masaki here, and then maybe Charlotte afterwards, and try and get some other... I'm really short on assaults. Assaults are wounded and out forever. I really need to probably get another assault in here to do something. I did get a bunch of... I have a whole lot of satellites coming, but they're going to be forever before I get them. I didn't realize they took 20 days to make. I should have built those a long time ago so that I had them when I got the Satellite Uplink. It'll be 15 days after I get the satellite update, 10 days after the council report. We're in deep doo-doo because I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to get our thermal generator here. This is the cutscene for the thermal generator. That should give me a bunch of power.
Thermal generator online.
Really don't have a lot of money left to build anything, but I thought maybe I should go ahead and pick up another workshop. Each workshop adds 5 engineers to our staff, plus 10% refund on resources when used to building vehicles, foundry projects, and facilities. That's going to take all my money. That's going to take all my frackin' money. Wow! Wow. I really don't know what to do here. By the way, let me know what you think about the camera in the video, if you want to keep seeing that or not. If you don't want to look at my face, let me know. Dang. I'm gonna get so whacked here. I don't know if I want to go workshop to be able to build stuff, more stuff, or if I want to go laboratory to get extra scientists. Do I want to go laboratory? Wow, I don't know. Because I won't be able to excavate or do anything. Laboratory means I'll be able to learn more. Faster, right? Let's go with the laboratory. Take forever. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing here. I keep forgetting the right way to do this. I don't really have any items I can build or buy. I can't really afford anything other than what I have already. Okay, I guess we're going to go back to mission control. Let's get the interrogate the Thin Man out of the way. Alright, let's hear what Fallon has to say.
How'd it go, Doctor?
Better than expected. Before the creature expired, I was able to extract some new information from it.
You're saying that thing spoke to you?
Not precisely, but when you have access to a creature's brain, certain patterns can be discerned, recent images and thoughts.
And what exactly was our late friend thinking about?
This particular image appeared in the creature's thought pattern several times throughout the procedure.
We've already met that thing, Doctor. This is hardly the kind of breakthrough we were...
And there was a neural link in the creature's mind between this image and this one.
That's the thing that pulled a disappearing act when we shot down our first UFO. And let me guess, you want to poke around in its head too.
It is the next piece of the puzzle. And this time, instead of shooting it, I suggest we try to capture it alive.
Yeah, right. That's gonna work. Those things killed. Alright, let's get her... Capture an outsider. Not gonna happen. UFO technology research credit earned. I don't know what that means. Capturing one of the invaders' infiltrating specialists has proven both illuminating and disturbing. Although at first glance they closely resemble a human form, they are trained to communicate in a variety of terrestrial languages. This specimen is far from human. We had assumed its role as an infiltration unit would preclude us from gaining anything of value during our interrogation. However, as it turns out, the captive was surprisingly pliable once we began the procedure. Aside from his primary role as reconnaissance and infiltration specialist, the Thin Man also proved to be quite familiar with the aliens' navigation systems and celestial cartography. The information gained from this interrogation is of crucial importance for our efforts to reverse engineer alien navigational computers and related systems. Okay. So does that mean this comes in faster now? Ooh, we can get this in 3 days. Well, why don't we go do that? Then we'll do autopsies. Right? Because we've got 9 days. Maybe we'll get 2 more things done before this comes in. Satellite Uplink is going to be there, but I'm not going to have any satellites forever. I'm so dumb. I am so very, very dumb. I may be losing this game before anything else happens.
Excavation.
Hey, we've got the Satellite Uplink, but we got no satellites to launch! It's disgusting and terrible and horrible.
Satellite uplink complete.
Hey, is there
In
anything
times
else?
of war, there's always a leader, a general, someone giving the orders. These aliens can be no different. The real question is, what sort of power or authority does it take to control such a vast range of alien species?
Huh.
What incentive do they have to follow through with its plan?
Oh. Well, I don't think there's anything I can really do. Because I think everything else is really expensive. Like, ordering an interceptor. I don't think I have the money for that, do I? No, I don't have enough money to get those. Okay, so I'm screwed. And I don't think...
Dr. Valen's interrogation technique certainly is efficient. You'd never know it by looking at her, but that woman is an alien's worst nightmare.
So I don't have anything here to sell. Because I need these things to build stuff. Dang it. They don't give you a lot of stuff to sell off. Alright, well, we get the nav computer in a day. We're probably going to get another mission in here before the council report, right? Research project's complete. So what does this do? Satellite Nexus available for construction. Oh, I get a free one? Okay. Just study these devices in a limited fashion. As we discovered, they do contain some form of encrypted alien data. However, they're also completely reliant on an internal power supply, which, when depleted, renders the device inaccessible. The only means we found to gather information from this equipment is by routing its internal power system through a crudely assembled interface that bypasses any built-in shutdown sequences. However, the alien data itself presented an even greater obstacle, as we're dealing with a programming language that is unlike anything found in our own system. Fortunately, the research team is quite capable, and we quickly assembled a small group of our best analysts for the task. We've already begun to establish Patterson, the alien encryption algorithm revealing small bits of information that can be integrated into our research. Okay. We got a new facility with signal under a team of engineers. Each satellite nexus is capable of receiving transmissions from 4 XCOM satellites. Adjacency bonus +1 satellite capacity for every adjacent uplink. Use the build facilities option in engineering to construct this facility. What do we want to do? "20 days, 10 days, 10 days, 9 days. Thin Man Autopsy, 3 days. Do we want him or do we want this? Let's do the Chrysalid.
Based on what we've seen in the field so far, including several grotesque examples of trauma resulting from the emergence of its young, we've taken to calling this specimen a chrysalid.
Okay. It's taking too long for me to get up satellites. We're gonna get screwed out of a couple countries here. Okay, we got that one done. Let's see what she says. Titan plating available for manufacture. Needle grenade available for manufacture. Bioelectric skin. Even after years of research and study, until now I never encountered something that is quite as beautiful yet equally as deadly as this species. Unlike the other aliens we've encountered thus far, it's an anthropodal in nature, plated in a sleek black exoskeleton. The chrysalids, as we're calling them, based on their reproductive habits, measure over 3 meters long from nose to tail and stand almost 2 meters high when perched on their hind legs. Their attack is not only extremely deadly, but also necessary for their reproduction, as the intended victim is not immediately killed, but instead turned into what can only be described as a mindless shell, akin to a zombie, which serves as host to its offspring. When a human is bitten, an embryo is injected into the host and immediately begins to gestate. Once gestation is complete, which remarkably lasts only minutes, a newborn chrysalid will emerge, destroying its host in the process. We can only theorize as to why aliens would utilize what appears to be a savage, unpredictable creature. In any case, this is certainly not a creature to be trifled with, and our troops would do well to exercise extreme caution when engaging the species. Charting another example in the field through the unit analysis view may provide additional information as to its combat mission. Unit analysis view. Did I miss that? One final note, which may be of particular interest in regards to our own genetic enhancement work. We finally managed to isolate the chrysalid exoskeleton's sensory capabilities, and they were in fact electroreceptors, as I had initially suspected. But I hope that we can use the discovery to enhance our soldiers' own abilities in regards to sensing and detecting enemy movement in the field. Okay. Bioelectric skin means that you can see the guys when they're hiding. Light plating made from the chrysalid exoskeleton's material provides additional protection and a significant reduction in melee damage sustained. It's also sturdy enough to provide a strangulation countermeasure. Is something you have to assign to your stuff? Variant on the frag grenade, this weapon does equivalent damage over a much larger area, but the projectiles cannot penetrate cover. Thus, units in cover relative to the center of the blast area will be unaffected. Okay. Soldier projects an electrical field from his skin, revealing not alerting everybody knowing he's immune to strangulation. Okay. But I have to get a genetics lab for that. Let's do this. Let's do the autopsy.
The Tall One has, up until this point, been unofficially referred to as the Thin Man. Initial testing has revealed a concerted effort by the aliens to modify this specimen's genetic structure in such a way as to make it appear human. However, on closer inspection, they seem to have had some trouble concealing the eyes, which appear to be reptilian in nature.
So they took the civilians and made them into those things. Sorry, reference to Xenonauts 2. Okay, I'm sure I'm gonna get hit with something here. Okay, we got the research project complete. Assigned to research. Gas grenade available for manufacture. Muscle fiber density available in Gene Lab. Subject's internal experience is that of a Caucasian male. I would guess its age to be approximately 35 years old, although it's quite likely this is an artificial effect intentionally affixed by the aliens. Specimen is roughly 2 meters in height and weighs just over 80 kilograms. Despite its outward appearance, upon dissection, the creature's unique organ and bone structure is revealed to be distinctly alien in nature. The subject's bones are segmented rather like the vertebrae of a serpent. This segmented structure appears to give the creature a spectacular range of motion in combat. It is possible, through our own genetic modification program, that we may be able to replicate the unique connective tissues that allow for this remarkable flexibility. If successful, our soldiers could see drastic improvements in their own physical mobility and resilience. A large portion of the specimen's thoracic cavity is devoted to enormous glands capable of producing a toxin that is, when expelled via ducts, with considerable force. After a thorough chemical analysis of the subject's venom, we've theorized that it could be used as a powerful disinfectant to treat our soldiers' injuries in the field. Dren608 is working on a developed means to integrate the substance into our existing medikits for future deployment. Targeting another example of this specimen in the field using unit analysis may reveal further details about its distinctive combat abilities. Okay. The alien site has allowed us to synthesize a modified version of the poison projected by the Thin Man and containerized it in grenade form. Okay. Confers superhuman-like strength, enabling the soldier to reach high positions without the need for ladders or other climbing aids. This is, you want to genetically add this to your snipers. I remember that from the game. It's really great for snipers. Do we want, let's see, 9 days, 10 days, 10 days, 20 days. We're going to go for the armor next. We're not going to get it done, of course, but because the council report's going to show up here in like 2 seconds.
Incoming transmission.
There it is. Okay, what has he got to say?
We are extremely impressed with the progress of the XCOM project thus far, Commander. Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
Okay, we had 2 council missions, shot down 2 UFOs, terror mission stopped, abduction stopped, research projects completed 8, UFOs rated 2. So we did a pretty good job there, but it doesn't bring down any of the panic when you do a good job. That's what I don't like.
Remember, we will be watching.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, things are not going well for me. Where am I at in the barracks? How am I doing on my soldiers? Okay, I've got a good mix of bodies now. But I don't have a captain yet. I need a captain. Okay, now I was going to give out some medals here, right? I was waiting until those guys got back. What is this thing? I get to assign it a power. +1 aim and will for each mission completed with no soldier deaths, up to a maximum of +10. Aim and critical chance if not within 7 tiles of an allied unit. I think I'm going to go for this one. We'll take that one. Okay, and we're going to give that to... Who requires that? Sergio Valdez? Or Yuri Yusuf? See, if they die, I lose it. So, we're going to give it to Sergio. Okay, I don't need to see this. Alright. I've got urban combat badges. What did I give them? +5 in full cover. +5 in full cover. I was going to give that to the sniper. Oh, I can only give him 1? Oh, I can only give you 1. Oh, dear. I can only ever give him 1. That's a problem, kids. The Defender's Medal is the Never a Panic, and this one is for different nationality in the squad. Alright, we'll do that on guess we'll give it to him. Need to see that. Defender's Medal. Urban Combat badge was +5 enemy against people in cover. Alright, who do we give that to? Sniper already has that. Full cover. Get back my other assault in one day. Not sure where I should go with this one. Guess I give it to him. Defenders more is never panic. So we want to have our sniper never panic? Or this guy? We'll have him never panic. And then the urban combat match is again people in cover. Maybe give it to one of the mech troopers? What level are you? Are you a bloody captain? I gotta go find out what level these guys are. Are you a bloody captain? No, that's a sergeant. Okay. You do this, this, this. Yeah, probably they want to have the medic not be panicking, right? So we'll wait for her. She says 2 days for her. Alright, we'll hang on to that for a bit. Now I've got 266 left.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more
Buy
help
stuff
down here.
Gas grenade. Grenade 22. She's OP. 27? Chitin plating, I need 4 chrysalid corpses. I only have 2, I think. And it costs a ridiculous amount of money. Okay, I can't do that. Needle grenades 27. This is from Thin Man corpses. Let's take 1 gas grenade, I guess. I'm not gonna bother to build anything like that. What else is out there? I could build one of these for another dodge. I'm gonna buy another aim. Let's buy 2 aims. And we'll buy 1 dodge. We've got satellites coming. Now I have over here I gotta look at my XCOM finance. Craft maintenance. All this. I don't have anything giving me money coming in. So I get those satellites up, these guys will give me more money, right? I think that's what that is. So if I drop money, if I drop satellites up here, those guys will give me more money. That's what that is. Okay. Now this thing here, facilities. I probably need to get doesn't tell me how much. Doesn't tell me anywhere my how many satellites I can put up. Where's the thing that tells me how many satellites I can use? I have no satellites available, but I can take up to 5. Okay. So if I cannot get somebody over the edge and get 2 satellites up here, then I might be able to hang on to everybody and get some extra money. This is going to be a tight race. 11 days. Yeah, when you're playing this game, guys, build a satellite right away. As soon as you have the money to build a satellite, keep a couple in your back pocket. Okay, this should be my laboratory. So I got more scientists.
Laboratory online.
I just want to excavate. Because I want to get the genetic laboratory up too. I'm going to do the excavating. I think I'm going to hold off because I'm not sure if I'm going to need that money for something else.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
I had 15, 17 before? I'm so confused. I thought I was supposed to get 6 scientists out of that. Maybe I need to have 6 scientists to build it. That's what it is. Okay, what is it? This is the only way I know of to tell me what these things do. No, I have to go into build facilities. The laboratory increases research speed by 20% and plus 10% for each one adjacent. Okay. So I'm going to go faster. Workshops give you 10% refund on resources used when building vehicles and foundry projects. And facilities. So maybe I need to build a workshop. Okay, where was I at? I'm there. Yeah, I want to build a workshop. Because that'll make it things a little bit cheaper. So we'll try that. Take me forever to do all this, but... Okay. This is bad, this is bad. I'm gonna have to go on a mission, which means I'm gonna lose a country, I think. I think I'm gonna lose a country here.
Excavation complete.
Yep. So I've got everybody back. What are my abductions?
We're receiving several urgent requests for assistance.
Got
There are
Egypt is
abductions
at
in
2.
progress at each marked site on the hologlobe.
Hamburg's got 1. Argentina's got 1. And Egypt's got this. So I guess I have to go to Egypt? I'm worried that this is gonna... If I don't go to Germany, that these guys are gonna go up. And I'm not gonna be able to get them back. I can't remember how this works. Alright, we're gonna... This is difficult. Let's see, you would go up... You go up by 2, so you go up to a 3. You would go up to a 4. You would go up to a 3. I'm worried that these guys will go up as well. But I think we have to go... no, Cairo. It's difficult, but we've got to try and that one, I guess. Because they're the highest up on bad things happening. Okay. This is the mech trooper with the flamethrower. Corporal Gray. I think I'm gonna put you off. Alright, we're gonna add a new place. Ping. Who's carrying around the laser pistols? Who are you? You're Yuri. Okay. I need to add in Yuri. Sergeant Ping, you should be getting a medikit with 3 uses. You've got this. I don't think I can add anything to you. You're the guy with the flamethrower. Do I want the flamethrower or do I want the other one? Don't know. So I've got 3 lieutenants, sergeant, and a squatty. Or do I want to bring in the other mech troop? Where's the other mech troop? 1, 2, 3. I got a heavy assault sniper support. And I'm going to take Nathan. He takes the Mech Ward 1. And he's got the big punchy thing. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I could not take him, and I could take the other one. I want to take out lieutenants. If I were to take Zhang and give him Reaper ammo. Alright, we'll try it with Zhang. Still have my 3 lieutenants, trying to get one of them up to captain. I thought they're both squaddies? Oh, they're both squaddies. Maybe I'll take him since he's got flamethrower. Okay. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. What's my time? 33 minutes. Alright, well, we're gonna get on the ground and then we'll do the mission next time, okay? Getting back into that. Do a mission, do a bunch of stuff at the base, and then, move forward from there. So we fly over here to Egypt. I always hate the idea that I can
Drawing has arrived.
So we'll get ourselves on the ground.
We're dropping you just inside the Egyptian border. Panic is spreading throughout a major city as the aliens move through the streets. We have to get a handle on this situation.
So we've got to get the meld canisters. Yeah, especially with my support person, because I think she's got the shoot when from enemy attacks.
Central, Big Sky in position on approach of the abduction site. Strike 1 is awaiting drop clearance.
Copy that, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage hostile targets. Watch your backs out there, people.
Take a look around the map a little bit. Not seeing any shades or anything. We're in a corner, it looks like. Yeah, we're in a corner, so it's going to be easy to go forward. Sort of in a fan position. Not a lot of cover here. Okay. Alright, well, this is where we'll leave off. And we'll come back to this fight next time. Okay? So, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. Please leave me comments on the playthrough. Comments always help get this out in front of more people, along with the like buttons. If you could, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 500 people by the end of the summer. I'm at 330 as of filming, I think. So every subscription helps. Subscriptions are free. If you hit the notify bell, I try to be descriptive, not clickbaity in my titles. So I don't get a lot of clicks because of a snazzy title, but I do get some views because people want to see what the heck I'm doing. So I prefer to be as open as I can with the 100 characters I've got for my title to let you know what I'm doing, and then you can decide whether you want to watch it or not. This is obviously not monetized if I'm at 300 people, so you don't have to worry about that part of it. We are doing other episodic, this is what I call episodic content. Heroes of Might and Magic 5. I'm in the middle of mission 4 of the second campaign. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to lose it. So you can check that out on the channel. I did try to do Star Wars Empires at War. I lost it in about 45 days. I lost the Rebel Alliance. There's a playlist on my channel for that. You can watch that and watch how terribly I did in that. I've since been instructed on how to play that better, but it requires me to get a little bit more adept with my mouse and possibly have a slightly different setup on my mouse so I can move things around quicker and stuff like that. So I have to do some work on that before I get back to doing that one. So this XCOM Enemy Within is sort of the replacement for that until I can figure out how to play that game better and make it more entertaining for you to watch me do it. Of course, it is entertaining me to watch me just get totally stomped. We had that happen in our first terror mission that we got totally stomped, and then when I played it again, I kept everybody together and we managed to survive it. So, so keeping people in supporting fire range of each other is really important. So that's something you got to remember about this particular game. There'll also be some content coming out for Xenonauts 2. Milestone 5 just dropped. They're doing some hot fixes right now. Hopefully within the next week I'll be able to start recording some of that, and so these episodic things will take backseat to that. I am a Kickstarter backer, and I'm also on the playtest team, so I want to get that out in front of people. I do that one kind of way I'm doing this. I call it everyman mode. Play it on normal difficulty. Don't do any shenanigans, and try not to worry about min-maxing. It's more of a kind of show you everything that goes on and play well and hopefully get to the end. I also do streams on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Wednesday is a fan pick, 100% Zed play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, so that's what I'm doing on that. Friday was an experiment. We're trying to do an experiment of playing computer role-playing games, but with a multiplayer mode invoked. My youngest Ace agreed to help me out with that. They're a barbarian. I'm a bard. We're in Baldur's Gate 3. We did add a mod so we can bring more companions with us because we want to get all their story hooks in. We've been missing a couple because we weren't bringing in the right people at the right time. So we kind of fudged it a bit, and now we can bring more people. Technically, you can bring everybody that you have as a companion in the group if you want. If you do that, you're going to probably overwhelm the enemies because you're going to have so many extra actions than what the enemies are set up for. So we decided that we would limit ourselves to 6. We each get 2 companions, essentially. So there is that. What else? Oh, I'm also doing a stream on Saturdays. That was a fan pick from about a year ago. Pathfinder Kingmaker is a female monk, and to Romance Tristan, which I have done. We are getting ready to go into sort of the final battle sequences. I have to face the antagonist that I've been fighting me from the shadows or whatever. I now know who that is. So I'm going to be going in and taking on that combat. There are 2 possible endings. Actually, there's multiple endings, but there's 2. There's one that's sort of a quick ending. You just get to the ending slides and you can see how well you did. I am going to do that one first. And then depending on where I have to save from, I might have to fight the final battle again. I don't remember if I get a break between the final battle and having to talk to my nemesis. But when you talk to your nemesis, you can basically strike a deal with the devil, and it will take you into what they call an epilogue. And then you get to fight some really big, nasty baddies. It's hard enough to get through where I'm at, and that one is nigh on impossible from what I've seen of what the monsters are there. I tried it once and kind of gave up because it just seemed like it was too hard for me to do, but then I wasn't playing the most viable character. It wasn't my ranger playthrough. So I really think that Pathfinder Kingmaker, in my personal opinion, and I haven't played all the classes, but in my personal opinion, having 2 rangers with 2 animals, Ekon comes with a wolf, and you can play a ranger with a bow and bring your own version of an animal companion. I usually take like the big cat or something. Personally, I think that's just OP all by itself, because those 2 can just literally machine gun down enemies before they even get to act. You can have half the enemies down before they get to do much of anything at all. So that can be overwhelming. I did that with my ranger, and it worked out really, really well. But anyway, that one's coming to an end. When that one gets done, I'm thinking of going on to Wrath of the Righteous again, possibly picking up some more of the downloadable content for it, so I have more side quests and things to do in it, and doing that one again. I'm not sure. I'll probably put up a poll for that, or maybe more Baldur's Gate 3, or maybe another run at Rogue Trader. Kind of put out some role-playing games there that I'll stream on Saturday mornings. So yeah, there's going to be episodic content like this. There's going to be streams. All my streams start at 11 a.m. Central, because that's when it's quiet time around here, so that's when we can do the stream. And that's what we will do. Okay? Someday I'll be rich and I'll have my own little studio, and I'll be able to do it in the evenings when you can all sit and have some popcorn and watch it. But you can watch these on YouTube. I put them up on YouTube to, for posterity's sake. Someday I will go back and go through them and chapter mark the streams, but I just haven't been able to get to that. So you kind of have to skip along as you can. That's one thing that I really should be doing more of, and I'm not. But then again, I'm doing this it's a hobby for me, entertainment for you, and I enjoy making them. So I don't really think too much about the chapter marking. I do chapter mark the episodics, because they're only usually a half an hour to an hour long. But streams can be 2 to 3 hours long, and that becomes a little bit more tedious to go back through what you just did and try and hit the chapter marks. And I have not got the automatic chapter marking thing to work in the streams. So I'm doing something wrong there. But there's supposed to be a way that you can mark spots in the stream as a chapter type thing. And I haven't been able to do that. So someday I'll figure it out. But right now I'm just sort of at the beginning of all this, even though I've been doing this for years. I'm getting to the beginning of actual true content creation, I think. Anyway, that's enough about me and what I have planned on the channel. So again, please subscribe if you can, and don't forget to hit that notify bell if you do. And I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.